so that we have this. Oh, I'll just let Ashes in as well. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Here comes everybody. Super excited. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take you through how to light a fire under your launch. So thank you guys for coming along. I am recording this, so you will be able to come back to it later. What I'm going to do is
Speaking right there.
I've done a little bit of a prep here. Hopefully you guys can all see this. Oh, Billy. Oh, Joyce is here
Where's
too.
the chat? Right here.
Have the chat's down the bottom. Chat's down the bottom, guys. There is a chat feature down the bottom there. So these are some slides that I put together. Now, if you know me, I don't
Being
normally
on your
do
home
slides,
journey.
but I do have myself quite organized here to make sure that I can get the message to you. So maybe everybody can mute to start off with, and definitely at the end, what we're going to do is we're going to open up for a Q&A so that I can take you through or answer any questions that you have, basically, any questions that you have. But before I kind of take you through how to light a fire under your launch, what I wanted to do was to let you all know and actually to see if I can get some help from you all too. Because for the last 4 years, as you guys know, I have been pretty much deadly focused and been launching products on Warrior Plus for 4 years. And back 4 years ago in 2021, I actually did create a program which was teaching people what I was doing, but I hadn't quite nailed things, to be honest. And looking back now, there's yeah, I had quite a few pieces of the puzzle that were missing back then. But obviously, since then, I've done a lot of collaborating with other super affiliates, and so then I've learned a lot. Learned a lot. I've definitely had a lot of roadblocks. Had to dig in there and learn things myself. Had to work out how to do a lot of things, and through trial and error, I basically have come up with what I believe is the best way to light a fire under your launch. And so I am in the final stages of putting together what I've been working on, which is a community-based live events program where I'm basically holding everybody's hand and taking you through how to launch a product successfully. And so I'm really conscious of opportunity costs. I'm really conscious of your return on investment and all that sort of stuff. So really what I want to know from you guys, if you wouldn't mind, you can either put it in the chat here through the duration of me taking you through how to light a fire under your launch, because things will come to your mind, no doubt, that you'll want to share with me. Or you can message me later on Messenger, or you can email me at launch@paulamaree.com. So basically, just I'm after two things that you've really struggled with bringing your product to life. So some of you might have actually, and some of you actually have, launched a product before, and you've had okay results, but they weren't anywhere near what you would deem to be, a return on investment, or even, you'd probably look at your opportunity costs and think, oh, I don't know if this is worth doing. Because you might have had no results or very little results from that. Or some of you might have some product ideas that have been swirling around in your head and you're just like, how the heck did I get it out there? So yeah, I'm just after like two things that maybe you really want help with. And yeah, if you let me know what those are, I'll be able to make sure that that's incorporated in what I do. Alrighty, I'm going to share my screen. Let's kick this off and get going. All right, so this is how to light a fire under your launch. Hopefully everybody can see my screen here. And in particular, due to a poll that I did, and I knew that you guys obviously were struggling a bit with this is how to rally the troops. This is really how to get the support to your launch. And so I'm going to take you through the do's and don'ts. Before I do that, I'll let you know, like, some of you will not know that I started back in 2021. I launched my first product, and my first product, which I know I was truly blessed and very, very lucky. Most people don't have their first launch and hit these kind of numbers. But yeah, it was over $20,000. And I think if you go to my YouTube account, actually, I meant to go there and pull out this video, but I'm pretty sure there is a video in there of me showing, the results that we were getting from that. But this product was essentially what this product was, just so that you guys know what Golden Stash was how to flip domain names. So what we did is that we bought domain names, and then we went and, oh, just let another person. And then we went and listed these and sold it and made a profit. And so that's what our Golden Stash was actually based on. And that was a collaboration as well that we did with another partner, which was super cool and definitely a good way to get started. These are all the products that we then followed Golden Stash that we ended up selling, which were incredible. So this is really like the beginning of my journey. And as you all know, since then, I have gone on to obviously work with Michael Cheney and launch a lot of products with him too. So all up, I think it's about 17. Well, I know it's 17 products that I've launched. And so loads of learning has occurred through that. So exactly how do you rally the troops to your Warrior Plus launch and guaranteeing that you crush it? And let me just say, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. It is hard. And if you get this wrong, well, you'll launch to the sound of silence. There is a way to do this though, guys. So I am going to share with you how to do that. Guess what affiliates really care about? And some of you will actually already know this. Perhaps you know this, perhaps you don't know this, perhaps you haven't really honed into this, but just listen to me when I say what it is that they care about. And what they care about is making loads and loads of cabbage, clams, and loot. And basically that is money. They want to make lots and lots of money. So the positioning of your whole campaign, and I think this is the one piece that everybody kind of misses, which is essential, is that you're not just selling your product, you're selling the product and the launch and the amount of money that the affiliates will make to the affiliates. And so I'm going to take you through how to do that. Whoops, just let Justin in. Yeah, so making loads and loads of cabbage, clams, and loot. That's what they care about. Secondly, trust. You have to build trust with affiliates in order for them to come to your launch, right? That's a big thing. That's a big thing. And number 3 is reciprocation. So I'm going to take you through those 3 points. So one is they need to be able to make loads and loads of cabbage, clams, and loot. Trust is a big thing because once you have built a relationship and you have trust, and I know trust is actually probably a really tricky one, but I'll take you through how to do that. And reciprocation. And there's all kinds of different types of reciprocation that you can do with affiliates that will bring them to the launch. And I'll talk to you about that too. So begs the question, what to do when you're launching on Warrior Plus for the first time? And definitely, obviously, the first time is tough. The first time is tough. And, I did get lucky, obviously, with the first launch. We did do a collaboration, and that certainly did get us off to a cracking start. Anyway, I'm going to share the secrets here. I'm going to share a secret. What you need to do is you need to make your offer so darn irresistible that the affiliates feel goddamn stupid saying no to you, right? And so what I mean here, right, is that there's a reason why we offer 100% commissions on the front end and the bump, and a lot of the time on the funnel as well. And that is because we're making it so darn irresistible for the affiliates to come along. Because remember, you might be thinking, but if I give all the money away, how am I going to make money? Now, that is probably another live session in itself, and I will absolutely be telling you how you do go about doing that. But let me tell you, this is all about how to rally the troops, right? You want to make it like they're stupid to say no, right? So you got to think about what you can do to stand out that's actually going to leave the affiliates thinking, I would be stupid to say no here. I would be stupid. Right. And I'm going to get to more of that in a second, but let's talk about the cabbage, right? The moolah, the money. Right. So we're going to dig into that. Now, when you're launching a product, right, here's another one of the things to do with money, right? The cabbage is the contest. So if you've never had a contest or you've had a contest that has minimums, I say don't do minimums and don't not do a contest. Don't undervalue what a contest does, because I can tell you that some of our launches in the early days only had success because we had a goddamn contest. And people would see, and I'm not talking chump change here, I'm talking some decent numbers here. You got to make it super attractive, because if you have a first place contest number, right, that is decent, then you're going to attract a super affiliate. Because remember what I said back here, right? Back here, you want to make it so goddamn, like it's just so irresistible that the troops feel stupid to say no. And they're not going to say no if you tell them that the first place contest is like $1,000, right? Okay, $1,000. But I'll get to the point where you make money and how you can cover the costs of this, because there is a strategy around how you can, in the launch, attract super affiliates and have a contest and end up at the end of the launch actually protecting your ROI. Now, I didn't know this in the beginning, but I know exactly how to protect the ROI now, and I'm going to share that with you probably in another video, because that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, I'm just telling you now, you need to have contests. Lead time, don't even dream about going to any affiliate, doesn't matter what level they're at, but you can't go to them and give them 24 hours notice or 48 hours notice or 72 hours notice. I'm just going to make up a whole new number there. But anyway, you wouldn't do it. The lead time needs to be there, right? You need to start talking to people 3 weeks before the launch. You need to have everything ready to go 3 weeks before. This is not a race, guys. Try and race this. This is a don't. Try and race through the whole launch process and you're doomed to fail. I'll tell you that now, because it's not a race. You need to take your time. You've got to build those relationships. And I know exactly how you can do that, especially for your first launch, so that you can totally crush it. But the lead time is really important, right? Because you need to be going out to the affiliates, and we're not going out there peddling either. We're not going out there, saying, hey, come to my launch. It's on this day. Da, 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 da. Can I count on your support? Yada, yada, yada. We're not doing, those silly tags on Facebook that, mass tag. That stuff doesn't work either. It's annoying. A lot of super affiliates find it quite disrespectful. They're constantly moaning about it online, and it really is not the thing, because you need to build trust. You need to build a relationship. I'm going to get to trust and relationship in a minute, but lead time. Affiliates need time to prepare. And if you want to have a really good launch, a good quality, high quality super affiliate that will transform your launch needs time to prepare their campaign. A lot of them, let me just tell you, affiliates, they don't just mail their list and magically a whole lot of sales end up in your inbox. It doesn't work like that, guys. What they do is some of them will actually do, mini lives or mini webinars and sell the product in. They'll even go to the trouble of using the product themselves. So we need to have everything ready. They'll go into the members area. Some super affiliates do interviews. They want to interview you. So like they need, a couple of weeks to put their campaigns together, because if they're going to invest their time, they want to see a return on investment, right? And so you need to make sure that the lead time, that you're giving them enough time to do the preparation, right? Some of them do like review videos, but they start off like they'll start talking about your launch that's coming up days before, and they would have pre-recorded those videos. They've pre-written the emails, they've pre-written the posts, they've pre-done images, all sorts of things. There's all sorts of ways that affiliates, and all the super affiliates are completely different with their marketing. And but one thing that's in common there, and this is a secret, right, is that it takes them time to put together the campaign. They don't wing it. They don't, they actually spend the time, and that's what gets them the result, because they care about the cabbage, right? They care about the cabbage, the loot, the cheddar, that's what they care about. And they know that their opportunity costs, like if they put effort into this, which is a money generating, income generating activity for them, they'll actually do it. They'll actually do it. So lead time is really, really important. Reach outs, which I just touched on a little bit there. The reach outs, right? Do and don'ts. So what you do want to do, right? And I'm going to switch this around and do the do's before the don'ts. What you want to do with the reach outs, right? And I hope you're all taking notes here, but don't worry, I am recording this. So we are tickety boo. We are tickety boo. I'm just looking for the recording line. I better be goddamn recording this. Yeah, reach outs. So what you want to do with the reach outs, right, is that you're building trust as well. So don't just reach out to them and send them, the date of your launch and your JV doc and all that sort of stuff. You want to ask them for collaboration, really is a good thing. Like you can go out and you can say, hey, look, I've created this product. I realize that this is something that you're kind of interested in. So if you've created a product that is on books that AI is going to create, and you're going to be able to list on Kindle, and you've got a proven method there on how to do that, then, you would be looking for affiliates who actually have followers and lists that do that. And it's easy to find those people. I can show you how to do that. You can do that right inside of Warrior Plus, because inside of Warrior Plus, there is actually a lot of information on vendors. There's a lot of information on affiliates and stuff like that. Typically, you'll find that a super affiliate is also a vendor. It does work hand in hand, and you will see that. So reach outs, there is a specific way to do it. You want to make sure the lead time, you've given loads of time. You can even ask them if this fits in their calendar, yada, yada, yada. And you have like a genuine conversation, like you would have a conversation with somebody who's sitting on your couch, is backwards and forwards, and you're building trust. And these are really the things that you need to be doing. And then, with your reach outs, you just continue that relationship, building that relationship. Once you get a buy-in from that affiliate, then you need to really nurture that. Okay, they'll probably ask you for the JV doc. You won't have to actually just send it to them. They'll probably ask you for it because you've built that relationship there. What not to do, obviously, is just to spam your stuff out there to every single affiliate. That is definitely the one way to be ignored. People will ignore you. In the past, definitely we've done, like whoever gets the most attention definitely wins. And so with your reach outs, you can do like jokes, silly videos, all that sort of stuff. Anything that you can do to get attention is always a good thing, and to spread some fun in the day of an affiliate is definitely, they love that. They love that, and they will engage with that. They'll engage with that stuff. All right, let's move on to commissions, do's and don'ts. Don't do 50% on the front end. And obviously, I can talk to you about pricing with your products, but this is about the cabbage for the affiliates. Give them 100% on the front end. And definitely, I would be looking at having quite high commissions through the funnel. And so we can talk more about that. But commissions, setting the commissions right and setting the pricing right is critical. And of course, you want to make sure that the average order value is there. They care about that sort of stuff. Like I see that there's a launch that's just gone live, and the maximum that an affiliate can earn on it is $150. And I thought to myself, geez, that is not enough. That's not enough. Who's going to bother to promote that if the most they can earn is that? It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. And certainly an affiliate is more likely to go to an offer, especially if it's a trusted source, the product is congruent with their list and their audience, and if they're going to earn in excess of 300 and above per full funnel sale, then they're probably going to put the effort in, because their opportunity cost is high, their return on investment is high. And yeah, all these sort of things need to be considered when you're putting that together. Right, so okay, well, really, the cabbage part is probably the easy part. It's not that hard, but what is a little bit more tricky is building the trust. So if you have come across me before, you will know that I talk about this a lot, and it is the give philosophy. Basically, you want to give a lot before you go to ask for something, right? You want to give, and you can only build trust through giving. And so, yeah, definitely I recommend doing this. And yeah, what not to do here is to expect that somebody is going to come to your launch, an affiliate's going to come to your launch, if you haven't given them a reason to come to the launch, and you haven't given them any evidence that what your product is actually works, or any evidence that they're actually going to make money on it, so forth and so on. So I'll show you how you can do that. Oh, authority is also a tough one, right? Because, you need to build your authority, and this is not an easy thing. And but I do see a guy who's just launched, and, his authority looks strong. He's spent time actually building his authority. And sometimes, authority can only be built through time, through time. Or, you might have some expertise, some, skill set in particular that builds you as an authority. But certainly, you need to make sure that people know what that expertise is, right? And so, the don't here is to not tell people. You should be going out there and say, I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. You need to tell people. People don't know unless you tell them. And then that needs to be followed up with the proof, and so forth and so on. That's what you want to do, right? So if you're not telling them, you need to tell them. It's really important. People need to know what you're doing, and that's how you build your authority. Preparation. Okay, so yes, I can't tell you the amount of times that I've gone to promote a launch, and it's, 4 days beforehand, and I need some time to get a video together. I need some time to get my bonuses together. I need some time to write my emails, yada, 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 yada. But the members area is not ready. The sales letter is not ready. And so, like I say, with the lead time, that also goes for preparation time. You need to have everything ready for your launch. All of your sales letters need to be done. Your Warrior Plus needs to be built. Your members area needs to be done. Your everything, all the JV tools need to essentially be done even before you start thinking about going out there. Now, there is kind of like a little bit of a crossover there, because of course you can start building the trust with the affiliate before you've actually completely finished everything. You can say, hey, I'm in the middle of building this, yada, 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 so forth and so on. And you can get their buy-in, their input, and get some information from them, so forth and so on. Because it's great, because if you can get a super affiliate to collaborate with you and actually give you some information, then they're really got an interest in what you're building, and they're more likely to come along. But being prepared, you got to be prepared. Don't think that it's that you can just go out there and start rallying the troops without having everything done. That's the biggest mistake. You don't want to do that. Right, let's head on to reciprocation, and then what I want to open for a bit of a deep dive and Q&A, because no doubt you guys have some questions from everything that I've been talking about. All right, reciprocation, interactions, do's and don'ts. So basically what you want to do, right, and this probably goes back to that give philosophy, and so you want to interact with affiliates and what they're doing, right? So every day you should be going out there, and in the beginning, right? So if I step right back, you'd want to have a list. You want to have a list of who the affiliates are that would do really well off your product, right? Because what your product is about is in line with what they talk to their audience about all the time, right? So then those guys on your list, and you'll know this well and truly before, and this could even be happening when you're just building your product, right? You'll go on their socials, whether that be on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Quora, wherever it is, and interact on their posts. Let them know who you are. So that's part of reciprocation, right? It's just reciprocating and hearing them, hearing what they're saying and interacting. Now, be mindful. The don'ts to do with interacting is just to say some really dull and boring interaction. Oh, that's great. Oh, solid thumbs up. That is not an interaction. You want to give value. You want to actually iterate what they're saying. A do interaction is to have a joke with them about it. If it's, or to add some value to it, or to let them know that you goddamn hear what they're saying and that you appreciate what they've said, because now you're actually going to do that. You want to really do an interaction that has value and mean it. Like, certainly if you see something that an affiliate's posted and you're sitting there for 5 minutes thinking, what am I going to reply here? Then forget about it, okay? Because it's not in line with you and stuff. But the second that you see a post and you're so inclined to want to interact with it, then make sure that interaction is gold, right? Make sure it's golden, golden, golden. And they'll notice you. They'll notice you. Promotions, do and don'ts. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a little bit tricky when you're new. But certainly I'm sure you have a little bit of a following and stuff, and it doesn't matter whether you get sales for them in the beginning or you don't get sales for them in the beginning. Certainly in the beginning, when I started back in 2020 and I was doing affiliate marketing, you know, there were, you know, videos that I put out, promotions and bonus pages and all that sort of jazz that got some views, but no sales. And that's fine. It doesn't matter, okay? Because it's still actually layering on top of their marketing and they'll love it. Now, you could, and then it didn't actually take too long after getting into the rhythm and the cycle of actually doing the affiliate promotions to actually start getting sales, right? Because it's the momentum. And then, of course, you know, so forth and so on, you will be able to get sales. And it may even be that the method that you're teaching actually got you sales, which is pretty cool. But do the promotions. You can let them know. A lot of the time, the affiliate is well, you know, they're well aware that you've actually done a promotion because they've probably seen it. And they'll totally appreciate it because I'll tell you why, because it layers on top of their marketing. And, you know, all marketing is good when you're in a launch, all marketing. So do go ahead and do that. The don't there for promotions was actually to do nothing would be a huge mistake. You do want to do something. Obviously, you can align yourself with a trusted authority. And essentially, that's what I can help you with here too, is, you know, having a lot of, you know, having had the experience and having the contacts that I have, you know, I can help you to sort of like get that trust and that authority and, you know, sort of, you still need to do that work though that I've been through. But anyway. Okay, so that is what I wanted to talk to you about today. So feel free to unmute yourself. I'm going to open up for Q&As now. So I will love to, I'm just checking that this is recording and it is, so that's good. I'm pretty happy about that because I have actually done one of these before and not recorded it. So I tell you, I have hit the roadblocks that probably all of you have hit at some stage. But anyway, right, any questions, anything in particular that you want to know about, feel free to unmute yourself and come out and ask. Oh, everybody's so quiet. Don't tell me I've answered all your questions. One thing too, have you guys ever noticed that if you try and copy somebody else, how that actually never works? And the reason why I wanted to say that, thanks, Dave, thanks. The reason why I wanted to say that is each one of you are unique, right? And the thing is to understand here is that you go out, there is no template way of going about rallying the troops, right? You do it in your own unique way, right? And let me just, I'll go into the chat box in just a second and I'll answer some of these questions. And yes, so yeah, you want to be yourself. Don't, so many times whenever I've tried to copy somebody else or sell, you know, or sell their in their style or you know, bring in the troops in their style, it never works. You want to just be yourself. Be yourself. All right, let's have a look and see what we have here. Helene and John, it's really good to see you. Dave, thanks so much. Joyce, awesome. Oh, great. So you did do 100% commissions on your first product, Dave. That's awesome. Okay, how much should the prize money be on a launch contest? Now, there is a way to do this, right? And so what you can do is that in the like just don't undervalue that contest, right, guys? And so first place needs to be at least $1,000, right? Because $1,000 is chunky. So you could have first place $1,000, second place could be 350 and third place can be 150, right? So you can make it all up, you know, so that it sits around 1,500. Now you might be thinking, well, where am I going to get this $1,500 from? And the trick here, right, is to do 100% on the front end, the bump if you've got access to that. And then you can do 50% on the funnel, or you could do 65% on the upsells on the funnel, or you can do 75% on the upsells. You can change it when you're in the launch as well, and you can go, okay, I'm excited. I appreciate you promoting my launch, because you want to keep the momentum going. You've rallied the troops, right? You've done all this work. You've rallied the troops, right? They've come to the launch, and you're having a 5-day launch or a 6-day launch or a 7-day launch. They're all, that size launch goes great. 5, 6, or 7. So you've got them, they've come along to your launch, they're on your launch, right? And you want to keep them on the launch, right? So you've got to give them a reason to stay, Now, we've tried all sorts of different methods here, and, they're all great. But one thing that's in common is that you need to keep them coming, keep them promoting, keep the JVs on. And certainly, as soon as you're in the top 10 of Warrior Plus, you're getting some extra attention, right? So that's when you can go from 50% on OTO1, you can lift it up to 100% if you wanted to go all the way to 100%. Or you can lift it up, if it's on 75%, you can take it up to 100%. Or maybe, it's on 50% and you want to take them to 75% and give them more. So, and then you would just do a song and dance around that, right? Do a song and dance around it in your way, however you communicate, whatever your song and dance is. Because, of course, you need to get the attention, you need to get the message out there and let them know. The affiliates will be ecstatic, because, again, you're giving them, they'll be thinking, this is a no-brainer for me. This is a definite yes. They've just given me more money. I've already had that OTO, I've had X amount of OTO 1, 2, and 3 sales or whatever. They'll do a quick calculation. You can even be smart about it, right? So it depends on who the affiliate is. So if they all care about the loot that they're making, the money that they're making. Now, they all talk in different ways, right? A lot of them love stats. A lot of them, want to know what their stats are, and so you can give them all their stats. You can tell them, what their percentage conversion is between the front end and the OTO1, and then OTO2, and then OTO3, how that compares to everybody else, and how super strong they are, and how incredible they are, and how you're just so impressed that you're going to give them more money. So, you just say, okay, so now if you keep converting at XYZ, you're going to make X amount of money. So tell them what their return on investment is going to be. Tell them what their opportunity costs are there. Spell it out for them, make it a no-brainer. So they go, whoa, you're kidding me. So this next email that I'm going to send out, or this next video that I'm going to create, this extra bonus that I'm going to add in is going to pay me X amount of dollars. Then they're going to be like, yes. I think everybody underestimates the amount of communication that really happens in the behind the scenes, because constantly we are feeding results, we're feeding information into the affiliates inbox, so that they understand exactly how much money they are making, and so forth and so on. So back to the contest, right? The contest is there for one reason and one reason only, and that is to make it impossible for a super affiliate to say no. They're not going to say no to $1,000. And you can say, hey, this is in the bag. You've got this in the bag. You also, contests, right, are also another great tool that you can use to talk to people about, right? This is anyone's money, da 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 da. We have hot on your tail today. We have XYZ because he's coming up at a fast speed. He's just 5 sales away from snagging the $1,000 from underneath you. And instead of getting 1,000, you're getting 350. So that's going to light a fire under his butt. That's what that's going to do. So yeah, there's so many things. So contests, don't undervalue a contest and don't think that you can just do, I see it all the time, as this is a definite don't do. It's a waste of goddamn time. Might as well, if you're going to do a contest, go all in. Really, anything that you do with product launching, you have got to go all in and more. Everybody has underestimated what it takes to actually go all in, right? So what's the point in doing a contest where first place is $200, second place is $100, third place is $50? Okay, it's not going to pull the big boys. You know, you're pretty much guaranteeing yourself a low-lying launch. I'm talking about if you're going to go to the trouble of doing a launch and you know your opportunity cost, your return on investment is important. And so you want to get as big a result for the amount of work that you put in as you possibly can. And so, yeah, hopefully that has answered your question. All right, guys. Well, I think that's a wrap. We've been on here for over 40 minutes, and I really appreciate you all coming along. I am going to get this recording out there. I will send it via email. So if you want to join my email list, where I am just talking everything to do with launching, you would just you can go to paula-maree.com, scroll down the bottom, and you'll see that there's a form there that you can opt in on. That will take you to my list, and my email address that I normally email out with is launch@paula-maree.com. And yeah, like I said, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. EST, I'm actually going to go live and do the same thing as what I've done today. And definitely, if you have 2 things that you would love to see or know about, or you feel that's essential, or you see it as being like just a huge challenge for you when it comes to product launching on Warrior Plus, then please do let me know, because I want to make sure that you know what I'm delivering in what I'm going to be releasing soon is going to hit that mark. I don't want any fluff. I don't want to be teaching anything that is not going to really take you to the next level, so forth and so on. So thanks, guys. Thanks so much for coming along, and I will see you later. Bye for now. Bye, everyone. Been great seeing you. Thanks for coming along.